Hey guys, so I'm going to try out a new drone today, and I always wanted to put some drone shots in my travel videos, but my previous drone is too big and I didn't realize I needed FAA registration on it, but this one is a smaller one so that you don't need to register it. You could just fly it without registration, so we're going to give it a shot today. Alright, so today we're going to look at this Ruko U11mini drone. And this drone is one of those drones that are under the weight limit, so you do not have to register these. And that's actually what I was looking for. I do have a bigger drone that you do need to register, but this one, you don't need to register, so that's perfect. Flying fun from the first time. Alright, so I guess that means it's easy to do. Let's see. No FAA worry, exactly, that's what I want. 4K Ultra HD, 3 modes of speed, TOF, and optical flow stable technology. Alright, I don't know what those things mean, but I think I'm going to find out. So let's take a look. Alright, comes in pretty good packaging. There's a plastic bag inside of that. Pretty nice case. That's pretty surprising. All right, let's open it up and see what's on the inside. All right, here's what we have. Okay, this is the control guide, so I guess if you haven't memorized it yet, you could keep it on your pad, and this is like an instruction manual for you. That's pretty good because I'm pretty dumb when it comes to these drones. Okay, here are the propellers and cables. Let's take a look at them. Okay, some USB-C cables. This is a lightning to USB-C, and USB-C to micro USB. Let's see what else is here. Okay. Oops, be careful, there's a lot of little screws in there. You don't want to lose those. We'll open that in a little bit. Propellers. Okay, more cables, USB-A to USB-Cs. Okay, I'm sure we're going to need those for something. Here looks like the battery. There's the battery. Okay, oh look, there's another battery. So it comes with 2 batteries. Here's the drone unit itself. Yeah. Arms move out pretty easily. Okay. Here's your camera right there. Looks like your battery will go in like this. Okay. Case there. It's a drone. Here's the remote control, and I assume there's some handlebar, some joysticks somewhere in these packages that we're going to install. All right, so it looks like that's very convenient. The little joysticks go right here so that they don't break off while you're traveling. I think that's pretty neat. Okay, there's your joystick, your drone. the case, plenty of cables for different types of USB ports, some extra propellers if you break any, and some hardware, screws and stuff like that, screw that in, and looks like some extra joysticks too in case you break that. Okay, so I'm going to store away all these screws so I don't lose them in case I need to replace the propellers. Let's give it a shot. All right, so I downloaded the app and it says you got to pair the drone to the remote, make sure USB is properly connected, and tap trust. All right, let's try it. I don't want to lose that my cheat sheet. Pull. Okay. All right. So my phone sits pretty nicely in that. So let's connect the USB. All right, so that's the plug. So what I need to do is I need to use the USB-C to Lightning. Okay. Plug that in. This back there. Okay, let's power this thing on. Okay. All right, so let's set this up. Remember, you have to put trust. Okay, let's set up the drone. Oops, this gotta go out first. Okay. Turn on that power. Okay. All right, let's set this down. Set it on top of my truck for now. I guess it's doing some calibration, so let's get started. All right, so I'm gonna follow the instructions for the calibration, and let's give that a shot. All right, so after I did the calibration, you could see I could actually see the camera on the video. All right, I was able to figure that out. So it says please unlock and slide to take off, and you can see it is now hovering. All right, let's try this out. It does take a while to get used to how to fly one of these. All right, so you could see on the camera. Let's see if I could see me. Oh, there I am. There's a look around my neighborhood. All right, let's try to land this. So when you push the auto land button, it shoots up to a certain height and then it starts coming down. All right, so I pushed that button and it automatically landed over here, a little bit off. All right, so that was kind of tricky and fun at the same time, but you know, I was so scared to damage it because I don't really fly drones. So it does take some learning, but what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put in a memory card and I'm gonna see if I could use this to take a look at my solar panels on my roof, because they might be dirty and they may need to be cleaned, or they might be okay, but I don't want to climb up there and take a look. So I'm going to use this. With my very limited flying experience, we'll see how well that goes. See if I can follow this to my... Try to get it home. It looks good. I think I got the footage I need, so let's bring it home. I'm gonna push. Oh dang, it goes up way high. It looks around. We'll take a look at that footage when it comes back. But it should come back down now. Right, that was pretty close. We took off over there and then landed over here. So that was the return home feature. I got the footage I needed, so let's take a look at that footage and see what we got. All right, I actually had to reshoot this because I originally had the camera cover on, so the picture wasn't as clear as it should have been. But sorry, I'm not a great flyer. It is a little herky-jerky. But there are my solar panels, and this is what I needed to take a look at. And I was told that sometimes they get really dirty and they needed to be cleaned off, and I didn't want to climb up here and look. But now I could see it from my drone footage, and they look okay, and they don't look super clean, but it's clear enough that I could see that it's not crusted with a bunch of dirt. And again, I'm still getting used to flying this, so the footage is not going to be smooth. You can see when the camera is straight into the sun, there is some glare. So if you want to shoot straight into the sun, you should be wary of that. It's not going to be that good. But yeah, when you're not looking at the sun, I think it looks pretty good. There I am down there. You just saw me taking a look around. So I think this camera is pretty nice. There's my neighbor's solar panels. Here's a close-up at my panels. So I was trying to get a little bit closer. All right. Now I'm landing, and what it does is it shoots up to a certain height, and then it kind of gets its bearings, spins around a little bit. But this lets you see the houses around. So I think it's pretty nice and sharp. I think the camera is pretty good. Now the drone is coming in for a landing. It's kind of getting its bearings, fighting the wind a little bit. And here it's going to touch down. All right, that's good. All right, that was pretty fun to fly, but you can see it does take a little bit of practice if you want to fly it well. But I think it was pretty fun to do. From the footage, you could see the camera is pretty clear, and it'll give you some great shots. So if you want to do some travel videos that you're doing some hiking, this might be a great little option, and it doesn't require any FAA registration. So I'm going to give it a shot on my next trip. And of course, not every place allows drones to be flown. You got to know the local regulations. But I want to try this one because it doesn't need to be registered.